What do you think? Good. Morning, everybody. It's Thursday, July 14th, 2016, and I'm headed into work for today. Today's a lucky day. It's 7:14. But before we get started for the day, let's check the Ethereum report, shall we? Right, so that report that just rolled will be the last report that you'll see for a while. So, or I shouldn't say the last report, but the last large high number of miner report. So that one had 7 miners. Today, 2 more are coming offline. I'm getting rid of 2 more of my 380s. I should say the last of the 380s. You know, I don't mind seeing them go. It's just, I wish I had unlimited money, of course. Then I could, you know, buy all of these, things without a problem. Alright. Alright, here we are with Pokemon Go. We got a boatload of cars lined up here at the library. Ooh, I got an egg! My first egg. Right on camera, look at that. I don't know what that is or what it means. Okay, I'm winning. So, my cough is starting to sound like Grant's cough. I don't know if it's the weather. Last night, I didn't drink last night, so yesterday I was feeling like a bag of shit. Yesterday morning, I had some drinks Tuesday night. In other news, I want to take out the motorcycle. Maybe even tonight. We'll see. I wanted to take it out last night when I got home, but it was raining and storming and pouring and all that. So I mentioned yesterday that the city was driving around with a truck to pick up all the down branches and stuff. They must have been solely doing the ones that were on or over the roads, because the one is still out front. They didn't pick that up yet or whatever. So, alright, here's our other Pokestop. Oh, got another egg. Okay, so I just got a total of 6 balls and 2 eggs. Last night, Sophie went out with me for 2 car rides. When I got home after the first car ride, I was looking at my phone and there was like this this big thing. And I was like, what is that? So I asked Vicky, I'm like, is that important? She said, probably. I'm like, should I go get it? She's like, definitely. So I went out again and found that son of a bitch. It was only about a block away. And it was one of the ghost ones or something, Ghastly or something. And pretty cool looking Pokemon. I don't know anything about them or what they do yet. I'm just trying to collect them, because once you get to a certain level, then you can fight and beat up people or something. I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. Did you hear that? Alright, so what's new today? My front corner of the car is squeaking. So I dealt with this probably over a month ago, and I had to lube up one of the knuckles for the steering assembly, for the steering rack, or the rack and pinion. I don't know what the stuff's called, but something needed some lube in there. And so that's what I did. Last time I fixed it, I sprayed in some like white lithium, and it got rid of the squeak. So that squeak's been coming back. Exact same symptoms as last time that I had it. What else is happening? I don't know. It's Thursday already, huh? Vicky says she's gonna be coming out tomorrow night. So I'm really excited about that. I can't wait to see her. All right, stay tuned for more. All right, what's happening, everybody? I know it's gonna be a little loud once the AC kicks in. It's hot out. Just getting out of work for the day and a bunch of stuff going on. So I just had a random thought, and that was Nintendo or Pokemon came out with a game that women can play, and everyone's losing their mind. So because of that, now couples can play this game together, families can play together, and it's so simple that, you know, people like it. So today, what's new today? So today's been a pretty busy day. Sent out, well, I packed up the last two 380s, and I was going to try to send them out through work. We have UPS come on site at work, and I brought it to the dock too late. So because of that, I got the package with me here. I'm going to try to drop it at the nearest UPS store. It's due back tomorrow, so I don't know what happens if I return it the day of or whatever. So I'd rather return it a day early than be stuck with these cards. So my hash rate is down dramatically. My Saya hash rate is down. Saya coin hash rate is down. But one thing that is up is Ether. So yesterday I was bitching and complaining and getting concerned that Ether was just sitting still for days at around the $10, $10.50 mark. So yesterday I sold off a bunch. Basically yesterday I sold off all my mined Ether. It was about 21 Ethers at about $10.50 or so, $10.55 per Ether. So I cashed out. Well, I should say I sold it over to Bitcoin. And I still have the Bitcoin. I haven't cashed that out yet. I was waiting for Bitcoin to come back around. So I wanted Bitcoin to come up just a little bit before I sell it for US dollars. So that was yesterday. Now today, Ether ends up starting to move, and it goes up plus 10, plus 11% today. So today I sold all my remaining Ether. I had, I don't know, like 5.9 Ether in one of my cold wallets, and I had like another 1.5 Ether today that I mined since yesterday. So I sold it all. It was about, whatever, what does that come out to be? About 7.4 Ether or so I sold today. So I'm completely out of Ether right now. I'm still mining Ether, but I sold everything that I have. I think I did sell my Decred. I had one Decred I just realized was just sitting around doing nothing. And what else? And I've been selling off my Saya coin as soon as I get it, or as soon as it's paid out, I should say. So I have another big Saya coin payment of probably about 7,000-8,000 Saya coins coming. Excuse me. Once that payment hits, I'll probably cash that out as well, and then I'll be in all Bitcoins. So This is just to lock in some profit, some money, something. You know, like I was talking with my buddy Luke, and he's like, well, it could go up another percent or this and that. And I'm like, dude, we're talking $2. If it goes up another 1%, like, just lock in what you got before it drops. So I think he sold all of his ether. I bought in. It's probably a scam. I don't know. Whatever. But something called the CTG. So it's the Cryptocurrency Trading Guild. I don't know. It's some sort of concept that this guy came out with, where you send them 0.0556 Bitcoins, which is about $36, and you can buy into this team. In return, they're gonna give me 1,000 CTG coins or something, and I'll be one of the founding members of the Cryptocurrency Trading Guild. They're promising a 20% return on initial investment per year. So basically, I think they're going to take all that Bitcoin, throw it in different exchanges, and trade it, and then the profits they will pay back in like dividends almost. So I figured for $35, $36 worth of Bitcoin, why the hell not? They had a cool little logo, and as you like progress through the ranks on the team or the guild or whatever, then you get a different, different colored or shaded or denominated logos, whatever. It's something to do. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm finding out that a lot of these like initial public offerings or startups or whatever, they don't really cost much to buy in, and they can lead to some great stuff. So while I have the Bitcoins and all that, I figured, hey, why the hell not, right? And as I'm, exploring more and more, I'm kind of learning more about various things and all this and that. So it's fun. There's another investment that I'm looking into pursuing. It's called DOS, like DEOS, and it's some sort of decentralized operating system or something like that. So I'm gonna look and see how much it costs to buy into that. I think that's a lot more. I think that's cost hundreds of dollars to buy in, but as an investment opportunity, I don't know. I'm gonna pursue it or look into it. There was and another thing that I was looking into yesterday, which is fascinating, was a cryptocurrency called Steem, STEEM, and I was looking into like what it would take to mine Steem, and sure enough, today it went up like 30% or something like that. So it just took off like a rocket today. So I'm running out of miners. I'm running out of machines to mine with and stuff. So I don't think I'm gonna bring or take down one of my Ether or Claymore miners just to try this other thing. But that doesn't mean that, that's totally out as an option. So I might look into that more or play with that tonight if I get bored. So talked with the lawyer today. Basically found out that I was most likely bamboozled. I guess I'll never really know exactly. So when the initial figures came out to calculate my quadro, I disputed them. And I told my lawyer, I said, this isn't right, blah, blah, blah. We need to figure this out. Well, my ex proposed the court date to enter in the quadro papers, which is basically like the calculated final amount that my retirement should pay out. The date she chose, or they picked, was a date that I was out of town. So I was at Shutterfest, the Shutterfest convention. I don't remember if I mentioned it back then about all this going down. and I was kind of torn. I didn't know what to do. So I was like, well, do I, not go to Shutterfest so I can go to this court date or what? So I messaged my lawyer and I explained to him, I said, hey, I'm going to be out of town. Can you, like, either go for me this date, the numbers in the paperwork aren't correct, or can you, like, just push it back and get a new court date? He's like, oh yeah, I'll take care of it. He's like, I'm busy, but I'll send my coworker Tim to get on it or whatever. He's like, I'll take care of you. So I get back and stuff, and I'm like, well, I never heard back from you, man. What's going on with this? And he's like, oh, well, I'll take care of it. I think what happened was, like, a week or two later or something, I got a letter in the mail. Basically was like a court order, like, hey, this has been entered into the court. And I'm like, whoa, holy shit, I never agreed to that. So I'm stopping these videos in smaller chunks, by the way. That's why I keep starting and stopping, in case the camera craps out. So yesterday, talking to Fidelity, who's my retirement account manager, they I basically realized that, like, that court order from months ago, that's, like, essentially final. I was like, oh god. So I talked to my lawyer today, and he's like, well, I'm looking back at all of our documents, all of our paperwork, this and that. And he's like, I see that we got a bunch of orders and messages to my ex's attorneys asking them to make changes, revisions, this and that. And they said, we don't know how or why, but somehow the copy of paperwork that I got, or that I signed off on, was the copy that was entered into court. But not only that, but was not edited. So what I signed off on was not, was the incorrect figures, which was basically me agreeing to just splitting the difference of my 401k in half. So it didn't take into account my premarital 401k, none of that. We're talking, it was like it was almost $6,000, my premarital 401k balance. So it looks like my ex fucked me over again and got upwards of, well, about $5,000-$6,000 extra of my 401k. And I think my attorney basically figured out that they screwed up. He's like, wow. So he's like, here's what I'm gonna do. He's like, I'll cut you a check for half the difference, or half that balance. So I'm gonna be getting a check apparently for half of my premarital balance. So that money's not gonna be in my 401k, but what do they say? Cash is king, right? I got bills. I got stuff that I need to pay for. I want to build up my savings. That 401k money, I'm not going to be able to touch anytime soon. I mean, let's just say, for now, it doesn't even really matter, to be honest. Like, the larger sum that I have now will allow me to generate more quicker. But, to be honest, it doesn't really fucking matter. So, I was like, you know what, dude? That's cool, man. Like, we all make mistakes and stuff, and I've been frustrated as all hell. And he's like, my lawyer kind of, gave me some compliments. He's like, well, I know you're a cool dude and this and that, and we worked with you in the past, and he's like, I hope you never need my services again, but I don't want any bad feelings, this and that. I'm like, that's cool, man. I'll take it. I'll take that money and run. So I guess I'm gonna get some money, which is good. I've been stressed out about money. Right now I have $50 in my account, and I still owe money for this week's daycare. So I'm broke as shit. I think doing this cryptocurrency investment is not only a waste of time but money. But that's how investing works, right? You don't really know. If you keep at it and keep, getting little gains each day, eventually, you hope you're going to come out ahead. But so I think my credit card right now is at like $2,100. I'm returning 2 of these graphics cards. That's going to give me a little over $400 back. So that'll bring it down to $1,700. I have one 390 going back at the end of the month, so in about 2 weeks. That'll be another $300, so that'll get me down to about $1,400 or so. And from there, I'll take that cash that I get, I'll pay off my credit card, and the rest is either gonna go towards, I'm not sure if I want to buy one more card, because once I return that card at the end of the month, I'm only gonna have a total of 4 cards. So I wanted 5 or 6. So I don't know if I'll buy another card or keep that money in savings. And what I'll say is, those 4 cards that I have at the end of the month, those are basically paid off. They're mine. And what I make with them is pure profit at that point, or goes right into savings or into my special investment account or something like that. So a lot of money, a lot of figures, and just shit is crazy. So I was talking with my buddy Luke today, and he's like, "Well, how do you know when to get out of how do you know when to sell and buy and this and that?" I'm like, "Dude, it all depends on what you want to do, man." I'm like, I just got too stressed out following all that stuff yesterday. If you watched yesterday's video, that's what I was complaining about. I'm like, man, I'm like wasting so much time sitting there watching the exchange rates of Ether and Bitcoin and Coin and Decred, that I'm losing my mind. Like, I don't like it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pay off everything, pay off all my bills, have no debt. What was I just complaining about? Was that this morning about all these upcoming bills still? So I have hotel bills and whatever else. Those are going to be another $200-300. Let me cut this. But all I know is I'm a lot happier when I don't have debt, and I'm no longer married. I don't have an ex that's blowing all my cash. So whatever debt I have, it's my doing, basically. So but by doing all that means I'll have a little bit of extra cash after I pay off everything in savings, and then I'm also still have a bunch of cash coming in, waiting to come in from photo gigs. So I'm optimistic that things are going to start changing. I need to get that savings ball rolling, and then it makes it easier to kind of contribute and add and build that once it's kind of moving. Right now my savings is just like so that's what's been going on with me, like just today or in the last couple days or this week. It's been one hell of a week. So Vicky's coming tomorrow night. I'm really excited about that. Yesterday I was in a really shitty mood with all this retirement stuff. Yeah, so that's about all that I got to say for now. But I put my camera on the mount because I just wanted to be able to talk and stuff. So what else is happening? Pokemon, I played for maybe less than an hour total, and I think I'm like level 4 now or something. I don't know. So I'm gonna probably mess around with that more tonight. I wish there was like a smartphone app where I could like have like a rangefinder or something right on my watch, so as I'm driving or walking or whatever, I can see like when one pops up local to me, and if I already have it or not, then I can go after it. So yeah, that's it, I guess. So stay tuned for more. Alright, so there's a giant cross over here, and it was one of the Pokestops, and there was a badass something or other on the ground right here, and this chick just caught this thing. So I'm gonna see this person in this car here. Oh, I got it to pop up. There it is. She just pulled over there. This is awesome. Must be hard to catch. Alright, so I just put away some laundry, ate dinner, Checked on the hot tub and stuff, and I don't really have anything going on. I had a couple drinks tonight. Just kind of relaxing, chilling, and I think it's time to do something that I haven't done in a long time. It's had to have been over 2 years, and that is maintain my trombones. Check these things out. Wow, that will not show up at all on the camera. This particular trombone was my very first trombone. It is a Conn, C-O-N-N. And anyone that plays instruments that may be watching this will tell you that that looks kind of weird, that case. So the previous owner of this trombone, I don't know, something must have spilled in the case. So I just found out Grant has bronchitis. He's been coughing for the last 2 weeks. I presume that they were smoking in the house at his mom's house. And I don't know what else to say other than, you know, it's not easy being a single parent. Miss my little guy.
Flowers on the inside.
I still don't understand why I can't spend his whole life with him. Basically, you only get to spend half his life, 50-50 time. So I just wanted to make a quick video to end the day. The trombone video was 10, almost 11 minutes long, and the camera crashed. I think the battery died, so it didn't save the file. I was able to recover the 1 minute 9 second video clip that you guys saw. I'm too tired to refilm it or whatever. I'll have to show some more footage some other day of my trombone collection and all that good stuff. I'm tired. This week will not end. So today there was an attack in Nice. I think it was in France. Dude took a truck or something and drove over like 100 people. Learn to swim. So I don't really sleep much at all when I'm by myself. It's about 11:30 now, and I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm tired. There's a lot of we'll leave it at that. So it's Thursday, July 14th, 2016, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.